There we go. Alright, here is B.I.R.D. I'm gonna start it on file 4, because I was actually playing a bit just past the demo that I already gotten to beforehand, so. The dimensional ruptures are occurring more frequently. If this continues, the world could be destroyed in a few hours. We need to find the source. I just need one more reading and I should be able to pinpoint. Alright. No desktop audio. Okay, there we go. Alright. I've got a radius. Where? Nothing that we have records on. So, what do? Bill? Bill? I know who it is. No, it has to be him. I got the italics on the pixel font, and it looks a bit weird in my opinion, but so it goes. Everhood 2 actually did a similar thing, so I suppose it's a game dev thing. I don't know, I'm tired. Get my move my talking sprites down here so that you can read the dialogue better. It could be someone else. No. You've reached B.I.R.D. Indeed I have. Oh no. I wanted to give my brother a call. How's your day been? Sounds like you. Anyway, with that last rupture, you probably figured out it was me. Congratulations. When this works, I will have created the first working dimensional portal, which will destroy the world, which might destroy the world. Hi, Rachel. Yeah, I've actually gone through this cutscene like a billion times on the demo, so just didn't really feel like reading the whole thing. Anyway. You can teabag in this game now, which that wasn't always a thing. I'm sorry. We're family friendly. It's not teabagging, it's crouch dancing. I'm thinking I'm probably going to stream for 2 hours today. One of them, first hour is going to be B.I.R.D, second hour going to be Jackbox, but we'll see. Because I kind of want to do both. I don't know how many people will join for Jackbox, and if nobody joins for Jackbox, then I'll just do B.I.R.D the whole time. I've played this level so gosh dang much over the years while waiting for this game to come out. Alright, that's the first level. And I'm gonna test the audio. Gotta spice up the stream and test the audio every once in a while, you know how it is. I just realized, turn off the Bob. We need to have the Bob. Bob is absolutely necessary. Bob can go up there. Okay, I'm gonna test test the audio real quick. Alright, racing time. Rachel, you can't crouch dance with as much because half of her animation's just the crouching. So far, nobody's watching. I mean, other than like the 5 minutes or so that Rain joined in. So we might not do Jackbox. We'll see. If nobody joins, then I'm probably just gonna do work the whole time because I want to do work for a single player rather than something like Trivia Murder Party. I don't have Rain's fan base. I can't just pull 8 billion people, 200 people out of nowhere. I'm actually curious how many people are watching because I was talking about it for that long. Yeah. Just me right now. Let's say difficulty long. It did. Here's EO, or I think it's supposed to be pronounced IO, because like technology. I accidentally unmuted the tab. So if you just randomly heard me for a second there, that's why. I'm only supposed to hear me once. I like the vertical levels in this game because you can just jump as much as you want to, and that's not something you can do in a lot of other platforms. Maybe it's just because I'm talking, but I am not doing right now. Not doing well. I don't care, I'm happy. There's Rachel. And finally I get to do the course that I hadn't done in the demo, because this is the 4th level, and only the first 3 levels were in the demo. Let's see. I'm different. With Deathplane you get 4 levels in the demo. Also, by the way, this song is just a remix of Shoeville from Garlic Elevator, which is nice, because I really like that song. And it's the fish stop signs in the background. What is this hitbox? I wish Timotainment would release more albums and not just the video game ones. Because, the last time he released, like, any music just on Spotify outside of his games was Gmail. And that was, like, a couple months ago, and before that it was, like, several years. Which I love. I love Gmail, and I love to make a cover of it, not gonna lie. but every time I try and sing it, it just doesn't sound good. Because I can't keep up with him. If you saw the, I almost said dismacation, I remember dismacation. But if you saw the Disventure Camp episode 3 lines that I recorded, I can't keep up with Jensen as he's talking. That's the same problem I have with timotainment when I tried to do the cover of Gmail. Oh no, I can't die. Authorized birds only. Let's go. I'm an authorized bird because my name's Shoot. I'm dead again. So I gotta like hover there. It's something I have to get better at doing. Still learning the movement in this game. But hey, I haven't gotten hit yet. Probably just jinxed it, but we'll see. I didn't get... I was about to say, I didn't get hit immediately after I said that, so that's good. But then I just got hit 3 times, so I'm joking about that. Is this harder than Ascent? That's the question. Because I was never able to get past the first section on Ascent, despite how much I wanted to play that game. But granted, I was also never able to get past the first section on Getting Over It, which I'm pretty sure is what it was directly inspired by. I was watching a timotainment stream the other day, and he mentioned that he could make Fish 2, not Fish 2, well, he is making Fish 2, but he said he could make Ascent 2 in like a week if he wanted to. Which, I mean, Ascent 2 would be cool, but he would probably make it 3D, and I don't like his 3D stuff. It doesn't run that well. In my opinion, it looks worse than the 2D stuff. I like B.I.R.D because it's the mix of 3D and 2D that looks good. I mean, I said his 3D stuff doesn't look that good, but Kelvin was fun, and I enjoyed his 3D stuff. Now that I actually get to play it. Alright, I'm gonna give this level one more shot, and if not, I'm just gonna move on to the second world. That's what I like about B.I.R.D and games like it, and what I tried to emulate in Deathplane was if you get to a really hard level, or just like a level you think is hard for like no reason, you can just skip it. That's like doubly so in Deathplane, because you can actually go through almost the entire game without beating any of the levels. A little bit of spoilers, but you only need to beat the 4th level of every world to unlock the final boss. And that's the only thing you need to unlock. Like, you can play through all of the levels the second you let up the game. I think I got past it. No, I didn't. Okay, they weren't kidding when they said difficulty 1. So I guess I'll just go to the second world. See if anyone's watching. Nope. Okay. Did anyone else have to dodge a bunch of obstacles just to make it out of the building? Yeah. It must have been Shu. I like how the brothers are Shu and Bill. Like that one Shu Bill image that timotainment just loves. How could he even break into B.I.R.D, let alone put all of those obstacles? Shu's the smartest bird I've ever known. And he knows that. Not only technology-wise. He makes horrible decisions, but he always finds a way to fix it. That's why he thinks he can pull this off and not destroy the world. So, do you think he can pull it off? I don't want to find out. You've reached B.I.R.D. You already know it's me. Like my obstacles? I could have just made something to stop you long enough before I activate my machine. But I know how much you want to stop me, so I'm giving you a chance. Even though I calculated that there's only a 25% chance of my machine destroying the world. That's really high. It's a 75% chance it won't destroy the world. That's still really bad. Alright, fine. I'll demonstrate how unlikely that is. How? I have 2 coins here. There's a 25% chance that both of them land on tails, so about the chance that the world gets destroyed. And the first one is... tails. Okay, fair. And the second one is... never mind. The point is that you shouldn't worry about stopping. But I know you probably won't stop, so expect more of those obstacles in your future. What was the second coin? It's the Shoebuzz song from the trailer. I've been listening to the music before I bought this game. It was just because I like his music. Like I've been yapping about almost all stream at this point. I am not good at this game. Why the lava be like that? I can just stand on the blade. was watching timotainment stream this game, and somebody asked him about that, and he mentioned that in some levels you can stand on the void, but in others you can't. Not enough platformers do interesting stuff with bottomless pits beyond just like use them a couple of times. So that's why in my Mario Maker levels and in Deathplane I like to put in a bunch of bottomless pits. Indeed. Probably do a chat break sometime soon to check if anyone had joined in yet. If you commented something like 10 minutes ago, I haven't read. I like this mechanic. It reminds me of the blinking blocks from Mario 3D World. If you notice, I've been crouch dancing a lot, and that's why I decided to make that the idle animation in Deathplane. Because I wasn't gonna add a crouch button to that game. I still wanted the crouch dancing, so... You can see on the stream cast I decided to put that one of them has a quick little difficulty 20. One of them has a quick little crouch dance and sleeping nap. Which, if you didn't watch the last stream, I revealed that the main character of Deathplane is named Nap. Just because I had a typo once and then liked the name. I like the little dancing guys in the background. Apparently, this song was from an unfinished 2D platformer game that timotainment was working on that was inspired by the frog that likes the soup image. Of which there was a Cooking with Timotainment episode where he made that soup. I showed my mom Cooking with Timotainment and she is absolutely horrified by it. And it's funny watching her react to those. Mario 64 dance right there. I like how this one plays with the 3D. Okay. So that's what he meant when some of the bottomless pits work and some of them don't. Gives you a little warning there, I see. I didn't know what that warning meant until I died. Star coin jumps here. I like how you can hear me breathing into the mic, like this is the Bowser Party Fire minigame. And that's just my actual real life exhale, because I don't have any mic filters on right now. Having fun and de-stressing. That one cowbell just really wanted to get in there. Oh. Floor hadn't shown up yet. For all my Gen Zers out there, if I'm not talking for a bit, just stare at the GIFs to get your jingling keys. I'm locked in. Well, apparently not as locked in as I need to be because I keep dying. glad that this game finally released. That was a pretty good level. Screen time. Difficulty trippy. Now, this is the one that he made a devlog about. Pretty cool idea like this. I was focusing on the left screen and I was like, why am I getting hit? I'll give this level a few more tries and then I think I'm going to move on to just doing a single player Jackbox, and if somebody joins the audience then I'll switch to multiplayer. I think I'll only do that for like a couple rounds though. It's getting a bit tired. Don't really want to stream for too long. I'm having fun. They did the achievements like how I'm doing the achievements in Deathline. That you get an achievement if you beat all the levels in the world. What the heck is this? Oh yeah, there's profanity in this game, by the way. I don't like that. Congratulations on making it to my airship. By the way, have you noticed the glowing things in the levels yet? There's one per level, and collecting them all allows you to try and perfect that level. Perfect? Or perfect. Yes, perfect mode only gives you one life, so you can't get hit. If you want to challenge yourself, try perfecting some levels. Why would we do that? We have to stop you immediately. Oh. Wait. You'll wait? Yeah. I could have turned this machine on days ago. But that's no fun. Plus, if it does actually start destroying the world, which it won't, I would like some backup, which I won't need, but, you know, just in case. Choose your ship. think that World 4 is the fish world, and I'm really looking forward to that because I want to see some responses of fish level. Oh wait. Onion Canyon. I was just talking about fish. Yeah, like, look at that. I was talking about 2D and 3D. Like, that onion looks a decent amount better in fish. Not that it looks bad in 3D, it's just it's been done better in pixel art. Or maybe I just like pixel art more. But either way, it's still pretty good art for this game, especially for like a solo developer. I mean, someone compared my art to the Atari 2600, so I don't think I have much room to tell. I was too busy dancing to the music and I died. Happens to me in real life all the time. This is a really good real-life simulator of birds dodging various lasers. Happens. As a bird myself, I also have to dodge various lasers in enclosed spaces. I am not actually a bird. Do not take that out of context. Not a furry. Oh, 2 watching now, let's go. I don't know when that changed, but yeah. Whoever you are that's watching this stream, say something in chat so I can ask you if you want to play Jackbox. Anyway, I like Onion Canyon. So far, both in fish and in especially the music. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, which the internet loves to do, but I believe this is the least remixed out of any of the fish songs. Pretty much all that they did was take out the fish sound effects. Actually gonna check chat real quick to see if the person watching put something. No, they didn't. Live chat, just in case. I put it on live chat, and the only thing that changed was Rain's message dances some more showed up. So there you go. There's a lot of dancing gifs. I do not repent of putting in deathling gifts to make people ask what that game is and then being able to advertise, and I will do it again. Might be an intentional nerf, but jumping a lot towards the top of the screen messes up your momentum a lot. So yeah, it might be intentional because it's easy to hog near the sides of the screen, and that helps. Or at least I imagine it would help, because right now it doesn't do anything. I think this will be my last shot at this, and then I might move on to Jackbox. Either that or I'll play a different level, because I'm really having fun. It's just this game's too hard. One of the hardest bird dodging lasers to move around. Also, if you're wondering why I wasn't gliding as much, it's because I completely forgot that was a thing you can do in this game. And that might help resolve some of my solution. That was actually pretty cool. Like, now I dodged that pretty good. Also, it just now occurred to me that the places where the Sailfish would be are the lasers that it just yeeted an onion at you, okay. Background in this level kind of reminds me of like Henry Stickmin on the airship. Rachel's fast. That laser just wants to know my exact location. Gotta get that ghost sign. I like it. I like the vertical levels. That's the thing I didn't like about Mario Maker 2 is that you could only have like vertical sub-levels. You couldn't make the entire level a vertical level. I mean, Mario Maker 1 didn't even have vertical levels. That was crazy. How did I not think of that? But yeah. With Deathplane, I was glad that I can just make levels, make them how long I want them to be. Probably takes a bit of performance because it's like your computer is rendering the entire level at once. But I mean, I ran it on a pretty dinky laptop and it was able to run fine, so. But yeah, the tutorial in Deathplane is like 10,000 pixels long, which is like, I don't know, like, I haven't seen how games like Anton Blast or anything are structured internally, but to me that seems pretty good. That wasn't bragging, but that was. Yeah, at the 1 hour mark, I'll switch to Jackbox, and if nobody joins for a couple of games, then I'll probably end stream. Kind of just depends on how I'm feeling at that moment. Right now, I'm having fun just dodging lasers and stuff. I don't even know how to describe this game. I saw someone compare it to Just Shapes and Beats once, and I was confused at first. Then you think about it more, and that is basically what this game is. Except, like, with gravity. That doesn't matter because you can jump as much as you want. Chat break real quick. I got distracted. I wasn't chatting enough. How dare I actually play the video game on the live stream? Well, chat's not loading, so I'm just going to assume that no messages have been sent. Yeah, the 1 hour mark is coming up, so this will probably be the last level I play. Also, I swear I recognize this song from somewhere. It was probably either Garlic Elevator or Fish Factory that I recognize it from. Because I know he said he remixed some songs from those. And it sounds like something that would have been remixed from those. You know what? It might be Mount Cool Guy. I think it's Mount Cool Guy. Which, I was showing my mom. My mom and I used to watch, Timotainment a lot together. But I was showing my mom, Fish Fact. Oh, Mount Cool Guy is a girl. I was showing my mom, Garlic Elevator, and it was playing Mount Cool Guy, and I was like, I want this song to be played at my wedding. And I was thinking of, I still think about, like, how cringy that sounded. Because, like, as soon as I realized what I said, I was like, oh no. And luckily she only laughed like a little bit. I think at the time I was just wanting something to comment about on the song. And that was like the best thing I could think of. Well, I got the orb and then immediately died, so. You're supposed to go backwards. I suppose. None of the levels so far make you go backwards, at least I remember. So it's unique. You don't go backwards often in Mario, but that was one thing that I did not remedy in Deathling. I mean, in the tutorial you go backwards, but the problem with that is, like, so much of Deathling is focused on verticality because of the idea of, you have a infinitely long X plane that can be used to kill enemies, so you kind of have to be aware, when you're making a level, that, the player can be in pretty much any, wide position, just falling. So going backwards, you pretty much just, you have the ability to fall right onto, a further section of the level, so that's why I only ended up doing that in the tutorial. I've always wanted to visit here. So is this town's name classified, or is it actually called classified? Oh yes, this is the fish world. It's pronounced classified. As for the name, it probably had one at some point, but I think everyone here just calls it classified. No. It'd be cool if they played the noise there. Hello? Hey Bill, how's it going? Just got word you arrived in classified. It's a fish. From Fish. Oh, hey, Sal. Yeah, we're here. Great. Oh, right. Eo, Rachel, Dan, I'm Sal, the director of Fish. You're not supposed to know my name, but it's fine. Because in, My name is Classified. In these series of training videos, I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about your new job. I'm assuming you're aware, but your brother has been... Yeah, I'd like to apologize on his behalf for all of this. But, yeah, I guess we now know, the director of Fish's name, like, 5 years after the game came out. No worries. Fish will be on it. Tomorrow. Tonight is spaghetti night, and last time we had an incident that cannot be repeated. All of our staff are busy. Don't worry about the incident. Somebody forgot to order the spaghetti. John. The point is, I know the stakes with your brother and all that, but unfortunately we can't be of much help. Understood. Thank you for letting us know. Were you bowling next week? Yeah. Tuesday, right? I actually might be busy on Tuesday. Is there another day that would work? I might be able to... Bill, is this the right time to talk about this? No. Sorry. So we'll figure it out if the world hasn't been destroyed tomorrow. Sounds good. Talk to you then. Is that more fish for Classified. I've actually been listening to the B.I.R.D remix of X887 like a lot, like at school and working on stuff. In my opinion, of the fish remix is the best one in this game. Because like half of X87 originally was just swordfish noises. Also, I like the new 2D art I like the small pixel art for the fish. That's me excited for fish. Which, I mean, I'm hoping that comes out before B.I.R.D because it was announced like several months ago and there's no information on it yet. Which was not the case with Fish 1 or Ascent. Either way, I'm happy to be receiving more content in Fish series. I'm not sure if B.I.R.D counts as part of the Fish series. Could be considered a spin-off, I guess, but the gameplay is so different. I can't see on the screen for obvious reasons, but I have like the biggest smile on my face. I'm actually having so much fun with this game. Especially seeing all these cool references to Fish, because Fish was like my favorite game. Like while there. I described that a lot in the Fish stream from like 2 weeks ago, though. So, yeah, put that in here. Who knows, I might if I spend a long time in the fish world. But yeah, I titled this stream Day 1. I'm not sure if there'll be further days, but if there will be, I'll definitely be attempting to finish B.I.R.D on stream. That's all B.I.R.D that I'm gonna be playing for right now. Anyway, hey guys. It's been a couple days, but yeah, welcome back. This is Channelversary stream day 2. Even though it's been 5 days since the last one. I do have some people that consented to playing Jackbox with me, but They are not on right now, and I did start about 5 minutes ahead of when I told them I'd start, but you know, so it goes. But yeah, I will be playing a couple of bird levels until they join. If they don't join, then yeah, we'll just play bird the whole time again. But yeah, on the stream. And you may have noticed I now have separate scenes in OBS for the starting soon. I'm still working out the kinks, but that way transitioning from the starting soon to the actual stream should work out nicer. Oh, whoops, I accidentally started it on my personal save file. But I guess right now I can brag that I have all of the levels beat on my personal save file. Why is my controller not working? Does it only detect a controller if you had plugged it in before? That would suck. But yeah. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do the cutscene, my bad. Anyway, I should probably restart the game with my controller plugged in, so it doesn't complain. Oh, Steam... Why did Steam quit? Why has everything gotta go wrong? Like, right now. I guess I gotta wait, for Steam to load up again. My best guess is that Steam just crashed when I plugged in my controller or something. Either way, that would be kind of funny. Yeah, I gotta wait for Steam to load. So yeah, just enjoy the GIFs for a little bit, I guess. Okay. We're almost done. We were just about to start, and then Steam crashed, so, it's not my fault, guys. It's not my fault. That one actually was not my fault. Anyway, here we are. We are so birding right now. Okay. Anyway, yeah, what I was gonna do is brag that I beat all the levels that I had got stuck on it. Then my Steam Deck hasn't uploaded the cloud save yet, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna upload like a video compilation of all the menu screens because I don't think Timotainment put those in the soundtrack. Anyway, we got the classified world with the fish remixes, and the music in the background is tuna training. So here's exit 87. Restarting. Dun, 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 dun. We got the Onion Canyon sign in the background. Everybody loves Onion Canyon. Alright, I'm gonna try a different level because, of course, exit 87's the hard one. Swordfish Sailfish Speedway, let's see it in B.I.R.D, let's go! It's gotta be one of my favorite fish levels. Well, it reminded me of the gotta be one of my favorite genders meme. Swordfish Sailfish Speedway gotta be one of my favorite genders. Timotainment, can you confirm is Swordfish Sailfish Speedway a gender? Either way, this level's easier than Exit 87. Which, Exit 87, one of the hardest levels in the original game. In Fish, I mean. Gliding is just useless in this level. Especially with Rachel. Okay, made it through that one just by the skin of my teeth. Which, that phrasing is like so weird. Like, what do you mean skin of your teeth? Teeth don't have skin. Audio test time, let's go. Okay. So I couldn't hear the audio. I'll double check later. If I accidentally muted a part of the stream, that's on me. But here's Barracuda, which looks to be designed after Barracuda. And it's even got the, like, barracudas flying in the background, which I love the fact that the barracuda sounds of the lasers. Like, that is actually very clever. And I love the background on this. Yeah, you can just kind of disregard all the statements I made about audio last stream. Because I love the Skims graphics. And I like how this level plays with, like, 3D and stuff. Well, that was actually a relatively easy level. Let's do Exit 404. Yeah, everybody loves Exit 404. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, you can see what I meant by the shh. That I was talking about during the fish stream. And oh my goodness, these graphics. Am I the only one seeing this game? Like, this is one artistic rendition of Exit 404, but I am for it. And you know, it's not too bad on my computer, surprisingly. But it is pretty bad on me, so I have to make sure I'm locked in. Timotainment, if you're watching this, can you remove the, like, second long delay between pressing restart and the level actually restarting? We'll do a chat break to see if my aforementioned friends have joined the stream yet pretty soon. But probably before I do World 5. So there's not too much bird left at this point. I'm about to beat the whole thing on stream. Loving this game, especially Exit 404. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm just a huge timotainment fan, but like, look at this. I can't be the only one that finds this cool. And he even kept in like the fake exit too. Which I noticed bird uses less than fish, which is good. Dang it. I noticed on Dan, there's a bit of, or whatever his name is, the fourth bird. There's a bit of delay before he goes into glide, which is pretty hard to work around. Like, I can't believe that this is just, like, running on my computer. Like, I have underclocking on so that my computer's fan doesn't overheat, because at some point I broke the fan software, and so now the fan doesn't really work. So my GPU just overheats. So I just have it underclocking, so that the second I launch the game, my computer doesn't just, like, die. I'm actually having so much fun right now. Auto scroll. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna upload that video about, like, the level select, menus. I might edit that together on Monday. Which, by the way, I'm probably gonna stream again Monday. Because I actually have off that day. And it'll probably be closer to, like, in the morning, like, probably, like, 8 or 9. Because I'm gonna be busy later that day. To do chemistry experiments. And it's literally just this one experiment where you test different water filters abilities, but you do it like 30 gosh dang times, I am not looking forward to that. Granted, that's about the easiest thing in my chemistry class, so which, if you know me in real life, you know that I am not exactly the best at chemistry. But yeah. 3 watching now, let's go. Okay. I will start Jackbox after after one more attempt on this level. Yeah, I just reloaded the page and it said 3 watching now, so I don't know who's watching. I doubt it's Rain, because she's doing her own stream right now. It might be Zach and the 2 people that I mentioned at the beginning. Although, 2 people I mentioned at the beginning live in the same house, so I don't know, like, if they would be watching it on different devices or what. Okay. You may ask why I chose to do this one at 9 AM as opposed to like the regular 4, and that was just because I'm gonna be probably busy the rest of the day, and it worked out to where I was I don't have too much to do like right now, but yeah, depending on how my family depending on how my family feels, I might end up doing some more stuff later today, so not streams, but like stuff with them, I mean. Anyway, we are at computer, which is one of the last worlds. There is 6 worlds, so let's do screen time 2. Is an interesting effect with like the boxes, but what it really amounts to is you just have less space to move around in. I like this song almost as much as the regular screen time song. And we'll try a different level. And I thought I hit quit. Anyway. Let's do... Oh, this one's very hard, so... Hard, hard, very hard. Let's try hacking into the mainframe again. And just like last time I got hit the second the level started. Probably should have like a few seconds of invincibility or something. don't have any caffeine in my system yet, so, even though I'm not an adult who's addicted to caffeine, I do, recognize that it can be beneficial sometimes. But yeah, only in kind of rare scenarios. But randomly deciding to do a stream at 9 AM is one of them. Flashback to the Deltarune Chapter 3 stream where, I gave you guys some Dr. Pepper ASMR. Why is the orb all the way over there? Yeah, I like, I forget the name of this bird, not gonna lie, but I like his gliding speed. Because the fourth bird, the gliding is, like, really slow. And when I was stuck on that level last time, it was really annoying. But I think that's part of the point. I don't actually have any other games lined up for today, it's just, Bird. I want to beat Bird on the stream. And I might even, like, do, like, a supercut or something of, like, all of the, Bird that I've streamed so far. So you can, like, get the full koola bird experience, I suppose. Well, I don't think there's anybody watching right now. Let me double check. Oh, 2 watching right now, so I suppose there is somebody watching. And, well, if it's who I think it is, they said after the end of the last stream that they, can't access chat. But, if they could, I would have asked them if they want me to do Screen Time 2 or, Shoe OS. And I suppose I'll do Shoe OS for the fact that I did the other level first. And this one says very hard. And it would be funny if it said very hard and then it wasn't actually very hard. Okay, I don't even know what you're supposed to do unless those... Oh yeah, it is like triangle tunnel, okay. Yeah, it was like, unless those pillars are like the pillars in triangle tunnel. Yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned last stream. I mean, I did mention last stream, but I am getting pretty tired. So this will probably be my last stream until either Death Plane or Deltarune Chapter 5 drops, whichever comes first. And I'll probably stream those when they come out. I mean, I know when Death Plane comes out, obviously, but I don't know when Deltarune comes out. This actually feels a bit easier than Screen Time 2 because it's not messing with my head. Even though Screen Time 2's difficulty was listed as just like regular hard. Anyway, I like this bird because I can crouch dance easily with it. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but I think this level's actually easier than Screen Time 2. But yeah, I definitely do not disagree with the very hard ranking on this course. I use the terms level, course, and like world this interchangeably, so especially like with the Deathplane beta patch notes, you'll hear me calling them like level 5-3 or something, despite the fact that in-game in Deathplane they are referred to as like world 1-1. And part of that was just my ongoing desire to make Deathplane similar to Mario for like no reason. Flashback to the warp door incident. If you don't know what the warp door incident is, I've never called it that before, but that was something I addressed in the patch notes for version 0.3.1 of the demo, or something. Basically, I used to have the exit warp door I used to have exit warp doors, and not only did those complicate things because of like the door cooldown, but it also just made it a bit hard because like if you went through a warp door and you kept holding up, it would just like get you in an infinite loop, and so that was not ideal. And plus, I don't really need exit warp doors anyway. It's my game, I do what I want. And I don't like exit warp doors in Mario Maker. But yeah, here we are. World 6. Isn't this about when Shu should call us? Bill. You know you hurt his feelings. Yeah, I know. I'll call him. Well, well, well. You still miss me. Sorry for hanging out. You're not. But it's okay, I get it. I also need a break from me sometimes. Anyway, welcome to my volcano. It's not your volcano. Is anyone else using it? That doesn't matter. It's still not your volcano. Agree to disagree. Good luck. So yeah, this is the last world. And we get to see the weird looking lava in this game. Volcanic something. I think this was the level that Timotainment was mentioning he hadn't come up with a name for it yet. Okay, volcanic something is at least more original than L, so I can give it that. Because L was the last level where Timotainment wasn't sure what to call it. I forgot to check the difficulty. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered that you can glide in this game, because I'm pretty sure this level is just straight up impossible if you don't glide. I say that after dying to a part where you were supposed to glide. Music. Also, we're just going to ignore the fact that earlier in the level I used a grinder like it was a normal platform, or whatever those are called in this game. In Mario Maker they're called grinders. I will do a chat break after this level attempt, Just in case the second person watching now is not who I thought it was. I got the orb that I didn't even see at the expense of like 3 lives. You have to like... I was gonna say you have to like flap your wings for that part. Anyway. No live chat. Okay. Oh, I tabbed out and it broke one of the icons. Oh, B.I.R.D would have made more sense in the last world as the difficulty. Is this just Rachel's first stage, but you're pixelated? I'm pretty sure it literally is. Timotainment, don't hold yourself to just one level amount per world. You can say like, this world has 4 levels. This world has 5 levels. Third example. Just kidding. And that was because I said before launch, and that was before I actually nailed down the amount of levels each world would have in Deathplane, that there would be a varying amount of levels per world. In reality, World 1 gets 4 levels, and then the rest of the game gets 5 levels per world. Unless you count the final boss. But I don't count that as for World 5, but I just put it in World 5 because it was easier to, it would make more sense to the players when you went into World 5. Also in the files it's listed as being part of World 5 just because I put it in the World 5 hub. Anyway, yes, I have the excuse that I'm working on Deathplane. I can yap about it as much as I want on my stream. It's my stream, I do what I want. Imagining an alternate universe where I went on StreamYard. For some reason I keep reading it as Streamlab. Like how Disventure Marley and Rain do it. I'm just like, A, I'm not as popular as them, and B, that's just not my style of content. Just when I thought I was doing good. I mean, certainly not, like, doing good, but, like, able to make it to the end of the level. But yeah, what I was saying, like, earlier, Like, you could have just put it in, the previous world and just said that was, a special world that has, 5 levels instead. Granted, it's not like Deathplane has some levels that would be more fitting in other worlds, but you know, they're just special. Okay, I'm gonna try a different level. Let's do For Elise. Which, that's gonna be... maybe I just like classical music, but it's gonna be one of my favorite remixes from this game. Difficulty classical, by the way. I like the idea that, like, Timotainment just ran out of good, songs to create, and so he just chose to, remix For Elise. Not that For Elise is a bad song, but... it does kind of stand out in a game like B.I.R.D. I don't like how the camera's zooming out. It's making my fan go a bit. And it's also giving me a bit of anxiety with the amount of blinking blocks. I am not gaming right now. This is another level that looks really cool. It has a very unique visual style. Maybe I just like geometry. But like the lights and the cubes and whatnot, it's just really cool. I was not expecting them to throw in some big cubes. I was just there to mess you up. I don't know how to describe this, but this remix of For Elise sounds a lot more chill than, like, the one that comes on Android. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. but it's my mom's ring. The remix I described as more aggressive is my mom's ringtone. And I genuinely do not like hearing it when I hear it. Which I suppose is a good thing for a ringtone. Like, if you set your ringtone to a song you like, you're gonna end up hating it, like how everybody hates their alarms. But, yeah. I just set, literally yesterday, I set my ringtone, to the, Wrong Number song remix from the Undertale 10th anniversary, to make sure I didn't get annoyed of that song. I just set it to the first 8 seconds, which is how long the original version was before Camellia made a full remix. Also, did you see that? How did I not get it there? I mean, I'm not complaining. Anyway, I'm hoping that Timotainment is as proud of B.I.R.D as I am of Deathplane, because this is a really cool game. If you saw my Valentine's Day video where I hacked into the Cooliatrix Games account as a joke, that was a joke, to be clear. If it wasn't clear enough already. And then, okay, what I was trying to say was, through that video it demonstrates how proud of Deathplane I am, which I am a lot. And I can't wait to release it. I just need more people to playtest it. I'm not doing well that round. Some of the levels in this game remind me of New Super Luigi U, which if you've never played that game, it is so fun. Which, yet, having played through the entire game with my older brother, holy crap, that game was not made for multiplayer. Like, you look at some of the marketing and they're playing with 4 people. Some of the levels, I swear, how would you even play them with 4 people? I'm thinking, like I mentioned the other day, I'm thinking about making a supercut of all my bird footage, and if I do, I'll put in some footage of like some absurd levels in Luigi U, because that game is insane, I swear. Not that that's a bad thing, but like it's super fun. Especially if you're playing it multiplayer, but it is suffering at some points. Like, there are jumps where you have to be 1 block, like, you can't even... With, the New Super Mario Bros. Multiplayer, you push each other. So you can, like, barely, make some of those jumps. Okay, chat break. My glide input was not working. we are down to one person watching, which is me, which is understandable. Because unlike yesterday, there's no Jackbox to keep people entertained. It is strictly B.I.R.D. And hey, whoever left stream, just rejoin when I eventually beat Furley's. I promise it'll not be as bad as when I'm struggling with Furley's. Well, actually, I don't promise that. It's generally good not to promise things, especially if you keep your word. It's kind of like a bit of a struggle if you accidentally promise something and then it's like, oh crud, why did I say that? Like, I promised someone when I was like, I don't know, like 8 or something. I'd always say happy birthday. I'd say like KCU. Her name is Casey. I don't think she'd be watching stream. But I'd always say like, cha 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 ooh la Casey and to this day, I still do that because I am a man of my word, gosh dang it. About the fish stream, like, I considered that the fish video because it's like, I did promise a fish video at one point. And even though I kept forgetting, I would like randomly remember and I'm like, how would I make fish related content? And that is the best thing that I could think of. Other than the extra level select video that I did. If I don't do it this round, I'm gonna switch to a different level. This is probably the easiest level out of World 6, but... because it's pretty much just the blinking blocks thing. I'm glad I had invincibility there. Let's do, I don't know. Let's try Magmatic Mind, which is my absolute favorite song out of the, soundtrack. Alright, and this is the last level of the game, so it's probably harder than Furley's. I would imagine. Oh, it's tricky there. They gave you a little warning by placing a blinking block where you can't even access it. That's cool. I like it when Mario Maker levels do that. I'm gonna try to do that in some of my levels. Honestly, this level isn't even very hard, I would say. I say that right before hitting the easiest obstacle of all time. Computer fans are not liking this. No issue. You make a pretty nice volcano. Whether it be yours or not. By the soundtrack, this is where the level about ends. Okay. I will do more Game Bird. And by the way, this isn't like one of those, like, I don't finish stream till I beat this game type of thing. If I just don't want to keep playing, then I'll stop playing, like... Anyway, here's more for release, so you can get to listen to this remix some more. It's gonna be ingrained into my head even more than it already is from listening to it on the soundtrack. You know, they say listening to classical music can have positive effects on your brain. And I wonder if that's just sampling bias, because it's like, only people that like classical music would listen to classical music. And it's not that classical music's bad, but it's like, who's to say, like, Toby Fox can't evoke the exact same emotions that classical music evokes? Maybe it's just because I haven't, like, actually read the studies, but it seems a bit biased to me. I also happen to really like Toby Fox. You know, if you can tell by most of my channel being Deltarune related at this point. I mean, heck, like the off-remake videos, that's like 40% of them, I swear, are just me yapping about Deltarune. Like that one time I compared going behind the waterfall to the sword rack, despite the fact that it's literally something you do in almost every video game, especially of the era it's trying to reflect. This will be my last release try before I try the first level some more. First level of World 6, I mean. So yeah, the gift's helping you yet, despite for the fact that I haven't talked in like 2 minutes. They help me when I get bored. Because I'm Gen Z, I guess. Well, not I guess, I am literally Gen Z, but... Anyway, there's for release. Okay. And I think we'll hit it with a couple tries on volcanic something before wrapping up stream. Not, I'm gonna try and beat the game on stream. We are getting pretty close to, an hour, well, 45 minutes so far. Not my best gameplay. I wonder what the numbers mean, like 7 speed, 10 speed, 20 speed, etc. Like, obviously they're quantifying something, but is it like 11 pixels per second? Or like, what are the units internally? From a game dev perspective, I am genuinely curious. Alright, koola, you need to not take literally 4 hits on the first section. Alright, send him with the game bird. Not sure if volcanic something or game bird is easier. Well, koola, you've already taken 4 hits per section. I'm really curious what the ending of this game is gonna look like. Because, like, what'll Shu say? What'll Bill say? Shu's probably gonna try activating his machine. Like, I know you guys get captured based on the soundtrack. It's the soundtrack weeks all over again, except this time I can't talk. I elected them myself just because I wanted to. I know the team at B.I.R.D gets captured. Should probably be using the fact that this level actually has a floor more to my advantage. Can't believe it's already been 40 minutes. Honestly, does not feel that long at this point. Granted, that's kind of how I feel with the off remake videos, and then I end up being glad that I stopped when I did, so. I swear if Shu pops up and he's like, actually, you haven't gotten through all my obstacles, so, like, we're gonna need you to do that before I try and activate my machine. I'm gonna go insane. I swear, well, not even I swear, I mean, like, logically, the rest of this stream is just gonna be bouncing between volcanic something and game bird. So, if you're not in it for that, then might as well stop watching now. And then just, like, come back to the stream afterwards and see the ending. I'm not the most entertaining streamer. Like, even my friends were putting me on 2 times speed, they were saying. Oh dang, I'm cooked. Actually managed to survive that one. You couldn't see, but I was raging so hard right there for a second. Like, I have trained myself not to throw the controller, but, I basically just, slammed the controller into my legs like 3 times. Actually, you might have been able to hear it. Because, like I mentioned, I don't have any audio software on my mic. And I mentioned I would try and fix that for this stream, but there's other things I was doing this morning. More important things, like watching, like, 2 hours of YouTube. Because I don't have a life. Okay, this is gonna be my last try on this level for right now. I noticed that B.I.R.D does not support D-pads, which would make my father not appreciate it if he actually played it. My dad does not like, well, not does not like, but he hasn't played too many PC games because he finds himself adjusting the performance more than actually playing the game. Which, like, which PC player do you know doesn't do that? To be fair. Cut to me adjusting the audio like 3 billion times. Okay, I made it to that part, so we'll do B.I.R.D again. It occurred to me that this is basically just the Mario is Missing stream from, like a year ago, all over again. Just as, boring at this part. At least I have more entertaining commentary. Other than, guys, I don't know what to do, I don't know what buttons to push. I was thinking about it and it was like, yeah, when I do the Deltarune Chapter 5 stream, I'm probably not going to be able to stream for like 3 hours like I did with the Deltarune Chapter 3 stream. I'm probably only going to be able to stream for like an hour or 2. But either way, I'd still like my full reactions to the beginning of Deltarune Chapter 5 to be recorded. Which seems like it's coming out relatively soon, like probably August, September, so I'm looking forward to that. Yes, I watched that Harry but Harry video that was uploaded a couple hours ago. How do you know? Okay, chat and audio break. Because it's been a hot minute. I mean, I haven't even done one other than the beginning, the entire stream, so you always gotta have at least one, guys. My wide input was not working. Okay, I'm gonna try a different level. Let's do Fur Elise, which that's gonna be... maybe I just like classical music, but it's gonna be one of my favorite remixes from this. I'm really curious what the ending of this game is gonna look like. Because, like, what'll Shu say? What'll Bill say? Shu's probably gonna try activating his machine. Like... Okay. We are back. And audio's good, except you can hear literally my every movement, which you might not want to do. You might prefer not to hear my every movement. But... either way, I want to beat this game on stream, but if we get past like an hour and a half and I still haven't beaten it, then I'm probably just gonna end stream and like record if I beat it, because like I don't want to stream for like 2 hours. And we've already been stuck on these 2 levels for half the stream. Remind me never to die with it. That's what kills me. Raged so hard there for a second again. I swear, if they just gave you, like, pardon my French, 6 or 7 more lives on this level. Not more lives, but 6 or 7 total lives. This level would be, like, more possible for, people that or like me. I don't know what I'm saying. It's a great question of our times. Does anyone truly know what they're saying? Okay, I've got 3 lives. I just gotta not screw up. I mean, granted, you always have to, like, not screw up. Okay, I swear, we got really close to the end there. We can do it. We can volcanic something. Just hit the 1 hour mark. I'm restarting. I'm not going into that final section with only 2 lives. Also, it occurred to me, I can get the Koola Games and Koola Salt accounts phone verified now. I need to try that. And then I can finally upload the Omnifates soundtrack and eventually Deathplane's soundtrack to those accounts. Which I already have the Deathplane soundtrack all compiled and everything. So I might put that together later today. Unless I randomly decide to introduce a new song for no reason. Like I mentioned before, the game's pretty much complete at this point. Just awaiting playtesters. Okay, that section's absurd. Granted, this is the final world, so... That's also part of the reason why I didn't put any, like, lives in Deathplane. That's just because, like... I don't want you to feel like you've lost, like, a lot of progress. I want it to be more accessible. And that's also why there's, like, 3 checkpoints per level. The thing about that obstacle is not one other point in the game do you have to alternate between gliding and not gliding. It's not exactly the best. Never mind. Yeah. I'm gonna go to B.I.R.D. Everyone needs a bit more B.I.R.D. in their life. And I think it's been like 10 minutes I spent on volcanic something. I don't know. I haven't checked stream in a hot minute. Who knows? Chat could actually be like blowing up right now, and nobody would have any idea. Well, everybody in chat would know. To be honest, I kind of doubt that a lot of people are watching this stream right now, which is understandable. This is like the cooking section part in the Deltarune stream where I spent 20 minutes on the cooking section. Yeah, timotainment, can you give us, I think not even 7 lives, but just 6 lives on this level, please? If you're watching this. Like, it's probably just a skill issue, but... yeah. We'll keep getting a bit tired of doing this level over and over. Come on, Koola, you got this. You're so cool. Cool is even in your name. JK, that's not why I called myself Koola. Actually, it has more to do with Kool-Aid Man than anything. I'm not sure if I've ever explained it on stream. And you know what? I might not. Okay, we did it! So now it's just the last level, I guess. Are we in space? No. We'd be dead if we were. At least I think so. We're probably at Shu's headquarters. I get a quick sip of water. I'm not sure if you could hear that, but you could probably hear me swallowing, because when I checked the audio, you can hear every single movement I'm doing. Hello. We're not in space, right? No, you'd be dead if you were. But you have made it to my headquarters. If everything looks like space, you haven't turned on the machine yet, have you? No, of course not. I'd said I'd wait. Okay, I did turn on phase 1, but that doesn't start the machine. It does make stuff look like space, though. I have to go. Was that an alarm? No. It, was my microwave, not an alarm. Really? What's in it? You'd better hurry. I thought there was 6 worlds. Timmy, how could you do this? Oh well. Not space. Man, this misinput game. This sure does look like not space. This reminds me of World 2 from Deathplane. which I believe is the world that I have shown the most off of. Other than World 5, which I unintentionally showed a lot of because it has some of the most complicated levels in the game. I've like barely shown off anything from World 4, which is kind of funny. Anyway, this level is mostly about gliding. Crazy thing is that the last level was mostly about sorry, I gotta lock in. Volcanic something was mainly about gliding. That was a cool save. Alright, last try on this level. And if I don't do it this time, I'm gonna move on to one more level, give it a few more tries, and then call it, because I don't think I have it in me for a World 7, not gonna lie. None on one stream, where half the stream was those two, gosh-forsaken levels. Look with like the green and blue things. The Aurora Borealis. Localized entirely within your kitchen? Something's gotta be wrong with the gliding in this game. Like, after you get hit, so there's like a period where you can't glide. If you were gliding. A really good level design in this game overall. Obviously I have my problems with volcanic something. But solid level design. And like I said in the first stream, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I just not gotten hit so far? Yeah, this level ain't too complicated once you get the hang of it. Not feeling like very hard. Photon saw. Photo on saw. Let's do Gears 2. Pretty good music. And those sure are gears. Also a lot of pipes. Looks like the fish factory from the Fish Factory video. With the amount of pipes. Might have been inspired by that, actually. I mean, it was the same guy that made both. I was mentioning that I was like a man of my word. I think the only promise online that I've like failed to keep is probably like the amount of times this stream. Well, not the only one, but I think the amount of times this stream that I've said I would end it and haven't. It's because I'm having a lot of fun. Anyway, difficulty for this one is sorry in advance. I think he just wanted to spam as many lasers as possible. Yeah, I'm not feeling like photo onslaught. Let's see what the final build. Let's see what the final build level is. Reactor 2. Anyway, I swear, if there's a World 8, I'm going to go insane. Haven't even gotten to the base drop yet, and I'm already dead. Also, I noticed how he made the reactor more circle. Good improvements. Because if you remember at the start of the first stream, the reactor was not a circle. Imagine he made the reactor a circle because he was playtesting it and it better suited the inputs. Frick. Alright, now that level's pretty fun. Let's try more photo onslaught. Thank you for providing a floor. I'll give it one more shot on reactor 2 and then I'm gonna call it. It's been an hour and a half. As my brother would say, that one didn't count. Okay, but that one did. I need to give my ass a little break. Like I mentioned, I'm pretty close to getting to the end, so I'm probably just gonna record the ending or something, I don't know. But yeah, unless there's an 8th world, I am going to check the soundtrack to make sure there is not an 8th world, because I will go and see it. Okay, there is not. In that case, yeah, I'm definitely gonna record it, maybe later today. Because I don't think you guys would want to watch like a 10-minute stream or something. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.